Good day and welcome to the Evening Spotlight. You join us for episode 2, where we're looking at this Fiat 500e, but it's been redesigned by Kahn Automotive. So what makes this unique? Well, if you know Kahn Automotive, you know what they do. But if you don't know Kahn Automotive, they are basically high-end vehicle customizers based in the UK in London. They do everything from these Fiat 500s all the way up to Range Rovers, which you can see here, and Rolls Royces you can see here. So they've done a limited run of some of these Fiat 500 electrics. This is the hatchback version, but they've done some on the convertible as well. What you get, in effect, is quite a bit of customization. Immediately you can see the paintwork. It's two-tone. This is the original rose gold from the factory. They've paired it with a very nice, it's a very, very metallic grey, along with a nice coach line as well. You've also got some of their branding with Designo and the logo as well. It makes it very unique, really stands out. You can also see these wheels. These are 18-inch wheels, so an inch bigger than the standard 17s you get on the Prima version of the Fiat 500, which this is. These are the Type 52 and they cost about £2,000, so not cheap, but they do really give it a very sporty stance. This Fiat 500e also benefits from Kahn's Designo package. So that is these strips here on the bonnet, basically removing the top section of the daytime running light, gives it a bit of a mean look to it. You've also got this front grille along here, replaces where it originally says 500, again giving it more of a sportier look and matching the actual grille here. And you've also got front and rear valances, so this black plastic almost chin spoiler gives it a nice aggressive stance at the front, and at the back you've got this almost sort of rear diffuser. Really gives it a nice pronounced look, very sporty looking, probably more sporty looking than the R-Bath version of the 500e. It's also got Kahn's lowering kit, so it actually sits a little bit lower than your regular Fiat 500e. That combined with these wheels really gives it a good stance in my opinion. So I've mentioned the term Prima a few times so far. What does that mean? So this is basically the trim level of the 500e. It's the highest trim you can get. You can see here, Prima 500e is written on the badges on the side. They are original, they are factory. But what that means is, typically your alloy wheels are standard. Obviously these are upgraded because of Kahn's work to it. But you've also got the lovely cream leather interior. So you can have a look at quite the interior really. It's got Fiat monogrammed seats all over. Interesting, if you have the convertible version of the 500e, they've got monogrammed, the fabric of the convertible roof is also monogrammed in Fiat, so quite a nice touch. But you've also got a glass roof, which you can see here. So if you have a look underneath, you've got a full glass roof. You can have this as a sunroof, but this is just a fixed glass roof. But because it sits quite forward in the cabin, it means that your head being here, you actually get the benefit of it. I find in a lot of cars nowadays with panoramic roofs, is because your head's here, the roof sort of starts further back, you don't really get the benefit. But in this, when you're sat in the driver's seat, or even the passenger seat, or even in the back, you do actually get quite a nice benefit of the fixed roof. Overall, it's a very, very plush interior. It's very, very comfortable for a small little car. Again, it is a 3-door. Don't expect to be able to fit masses into it, like any sort of small city car. You can get people in the back, but not necessarily 4 people my size. But people in the front, a couple of kids in the back, really nice, definitely work. But you've also got LED lights, reversing camera, 360 sensors, so sensors down the sort of the sides. So not 360 cameras, but 360 sensors, which is still very good. Because it's a hatchback, you've got quite a nice, decent opening to put stuff in. The world's smallest parcel shelf that I've ever seen. But with the seats folded flat, which obviously, because the seats are quite far back, they won't go all the way at the minute, but you do get quite a bit of usable boot space. This big old bag is charging cables, which of course you don't have to take everywhere with you, and there's also some under boot storage for locking wheel nuts, a tyre inflator, things like that. But overall, decent boot, fantastic opening. With the seats folded flat, you can really get quite a lot in here. Or again, if you've got a full couple of people, again, don't expect to take everyone to the airport in a car this sort of size. Round to this side here, we can have a look in the driver's side of things. It will ping, so let me just turn off those lights. You can see you've got a very plush steering wheel. You've got a very nice sort of cockpit, lots of very usable buttons. They haven't gone to town with making everything digital on the screen, or they are actually proper physical buttons that you can use. You've got adaptive cruise control, level 2 ADAS with this, so quite a good level of autonomous driving for a small little city car. You've got a pretty good sound system, it's JBL. It really is very well thought out, and it's probably one of our favourite small EVs on the market. We've had quite a few of these, all being La Primas, but some have been convertibles, some have been hatchbacks. They all come with this cream interior, which is quite nice. I like the light interior, we like the light interior here. So inside the little 500e, this is all factory, as we mentioned, this is the factory interior. Kahn do a custom interior for these. They're fantastic, they look phenomenal, but this is the standard interior, and it is very comfortable, it does work. And there is a little badge down here that says Project Kahn, hand-built vehicles, it's down there, which you might be able to just about see with the camera. It's sort of tucked away in the shadows a little bit, but you've got that just to remind you who did the customization to your car. But from the driver's position, fantastic digital dash. You can have the maps displayed on here as well. Charge, you can have it, really show all sorts actually. You can flip through trip, driver assist, vehicle info, the audio. So much just on this little screen in front of you. As well as this screen here will do Apple CarPlay as well. So, and again, obviously navigation, radio, all sorts. Your climate controls are down here. They're physical buttons, which is quite nice. You can change the temperature, there's the fan speed, turn them on and off, all like so. And your gear selectors are here. So you've got park, reverse, neutral and drive, which you push those buttons. So clears out the space here, which is then reserved for a little armrest. You've got your volume, your driving mode selector, electronic handbrake, and a little tray with USBs, and I don't know if you'll quite catch that on the camera. There's a little cup holder down there. There's also a secret cup holder, which I'll point out in this clip, which is just basically down by the floor. And there are a few sort of hidden bits as well. So there's a couple of secrets where it says, you won't be able to see this at the minute, but in this shot here, you can see it says 500 just above the screen. You've also got in this shot here, it says made in Torino in the door handles. And finally, in this shot here, you can see you've got the Italian skyline where the wireless charging pad is. So nice little touches, just make it really unique. And it's Fiat focusing on the sort of that style, the design elements of a little car like this. As a small little car, it has a 42 kilowatt hour battery, so by no means the biggest, but that does produce a range of around 140 to 160 miles, ideal for city use. But again, we're based in Northampton. You can get to London and back on that sort of level of charge. Even if you need to stop off for a quick little top up, it's not going to take more than sort of 10-20 minutes for that to keep you going, basically. But again, designed as a city car, not necessarily a distance cruiser. We really like these little Fiat 500s. They are fantastic, small little cars. And at the minute, there's not enough manufacturers making small cars. At the time of filming this, I know this is going to date stamp it, but Porsche have just released the new Cayenne EV, great big EV with a 102 kilowatt hour battery pack, 1,000 odd horsepower. Do you really need all that? It's phenomenal, it's fantastic, don't get me wrong, I can't wait to have one on our forecourt. It will look lovely against the Taycans that we do stock. But little cars like this, they have a place in the market, and they're affordable, even more like this with its options, which out the factory, it's fully loaded, as we've talked about. But obviously the customization, there's about £5,000 worth of customization alone just with this car. It's still in that sort of region of sort of £15,000 to £20,000, which is pretty good for a car that is 3 years old, 8,000 miles, and very, very, very well optioned and kitted out, to be honest. Other small EVs on the market that we quite like, BMW i3s, there's not really, they've stopped making those, but they are fantastic little cars. But Fiat really had quite a nice position in the market because they were also one of the very few to have a small little car that was convertible. Again, you don't really see many convertible EVs. Off the top of my head, Maserati now do one. You've also got MG do the Cyberster. Tesla did the original Roadster and the supposed new Roadster, which is kind of been lost out of the media. But Fiat did little convertible cars, and they were fantastic. Nothing better than getting the roof out, and it really did go quite far back. But anyway, enough of that, onto this car. This is our evening spotlight, and what a car it is. Thank you very much for watching this week's episode of the Evening Spotlight. What a fantastic little car this is. An ideal city run around, even as a second car. If you're looking to go electric for the first time, why not go for something like this? It looks fantastic, it's phenomenal. It's got very usable range. Just bobbing around town, ideal. keep the petrol diesel car for the longer runs. Not that EVs can't do longer runs, because they can, but something like this would be fantastic. Please, by all means, do leave us a like, a dislike if you didn't like it. What are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on customised EVs? Is it a thing? You know, is this a good job? Do you like this at a level of customization? Is it too much? Let us know down in the comments. If you like these sort of videos, please do subscribe. We do lots of stuff. We do obviously highlights on very unique EVs. That is the purpose of the evening spotlight, is to highlight some of the very unique and high spec EVs we get, such as this. Our first episode was the Polestar 2 BST Edition 270. If you haven't caught that, head over to our YouTube channel. But in the meantime, thank you very much from me, and we'll see you in the next video.